And that Phantom Lancer just tears right through it. You know, you're gonna have a really tough time bringing him down. You're gonna need really just damage. And I guess our Spirit's kind of decent against Phantom because you always guess, but you always get the correct one, right? But it's tough. It's especially with the Nyx kind of just blocking whatever initiation you're trying to do every single time. Nyx is gonna be a real pain here.
Yep, you can see that these lanes are gonna play musical chairs for a little bit. They really want this PL against the Bat Rider on the side of OG, and Hestejo does not want to show yet, which means that, oh, it's actually no tail on the Omni. I didn't realize that. It's mid one on the Ench.
Oh yeah, me neither actually. So it is an Ench off then. Okay, interesting. Especially because we know how much no tail loves that Ench and how successfully he's played her. So okay. Why would you like to put the Ench as the...
It's just a better matchup, I think. Like, if
as they killed the...
We were kind of talking about how good Morphling is against Omni, so it kind of makes sense to just go ahead and play the Ench who can harass the Morphling in lane versus just giving him completely free game.
Yep, that's a very good point. That way, at least Zidrex will have a bit of pressure. We're seeing that DNZ already died here, but Zidrex, he's putting a fair amount of damage to the Sucks, and not enough to kill him, of course. But still a good chunk of damage, showing that he's still powerful. You actually set up for DNZ's initiation. He does get the Golden Courier, so that's a bit of extra gold for your team, always very useful. This mid lane's probably the stellar lane for Singularity. Excalibur and his Comfort Hero, also in a beneficial matchup.
Yeah, he certainly hopes so. It was the final pick, so you're really hoping that it is your game winner. It's in a good matchup, as you said. And he's going to have to go off because they need to win this game before PL's online because they don't really have any way to deal with the illusions.
Top lane, they managed to get a kill on mid one as well, so they're starting well. Let's not forget that ever since the changes to Untouchable, Enchantress is kind of an easy kill on lane if you do catch her. So DNZ makes this really good. Once he gets the Boulder Smash as well, you're going to be able to kick the Enchantress right into the enemy lines.
Yeah, I could definitely see mid one feeding quite a bit here because Nyx doesn't offer a whole lot of... Oh, this is actually...
Don't use the F word in the stream, mate. Such a serious word to say. Mid one. Look at this. See? You mentioned it. It happens.
I told you.
Sucks.
I mean, I'm the Oracle, you know?
Taking that roll away from Suzuya. That's a second kill onto mid one, and they're doing a really good job because they know Nyx lasting on a tower. You might as well. I mean, it's really difficult for him. He's taking a bit of experience, but it's not what you want to do with this hero. And taking down mid one is super important. Enchantress needs that level 6 right. Play off them.
Yeah, this is also one of the most game-losing things that can happen to you is you die, TP back to lane, immediately die again, have to walk. And they're going to kill Nyx Assassin too. This is a great surface Singularity. This is actually what they have to be doing. DNZ doing a ton of work. This combo is nasty in the top lane.
I mean, DNZ has been a stellar performer almost every single... Even the last game where they lost, I think his Rubik was the only redeemable factor of the game. And it shows. I think when they play with him as a big playmaker, that he has a lot more impact. Yeah, it works better. I also love, I didn't notice this, or I didn't talk about this, but the Phantom Lancer plus Omni-Knight lane, hell for a Bat Rider. You have no use this whatsoever. They have 2 Dispels, one of which can be put on either hero. What are you meant to do as Hestejo? It's going to be very tough for him.
Yeah, just farm, which is okay. You know, Bat doesn't need to be a kill-heavy hero. He can be, but he's also happy to just pull jungle camps and stack them and farm them with Firefly.
Oh, that was cute. Sucks I missed the stun, and he just apologizes. Go, don't worry. Here's a kill for you, Suzuya. There we go. See? Easy. But Suzuya might die for the kill on mid one. Perhaps. Mid one does not have any just attendance, but he does have a tangle. Another miss. DNZ just evading them. Okay. Another apology by Saksa, but DNZ will regardless die here. Nothing much he could have done there. They did get some space to the Morphling to farm though, so...
I slightly disagree. I don't think that you should be dying in this lane. I think after getting that great start, you've essentially just given mid one a path back into this game by feeding him 2 kills. So, sure, Zistrax is farming super well, but like the whole point of this tri lane, putting so many resources here, is that you actually keep mid one at like level 2 for the entire laning stage. Yep.
That even though Zistrax did have some time to farm, the Phantom Lancer is matching him last hit for last hit. He has more denies, sure, but that's... So you're not going to have... The Phantom Lancer will come online around the same time as Morph. They have very similar timings, which is bad for them. One, slowed down. Ah, no, this is a potential kill. Fortune's End, the Impale is not going to happen. Zidrax just waveforms right into him. And as soon as he joins, the Enchantress becomes an available kill. I like the 1 point in waveform early. As Excalibur dies mid to Topson as we're watching that top play. Okay.
It was close. It's just the classic Topson move, right? He and Lone Druid were trading mid. He got super low. Topson was at like 80 HP, flew out a bottle, and then just immediately got aggressive again. And Excalibur didn't have regen ready, so he got dove as soon as Topson hit level 6.
You're still losing the lane though. On top of this, right? He is literally 21-4 versus the 25-1 against an Ember Spirit is very surprising. Well, with his comfort hero as well. Maybe we were wrong about this matchup, and maybe it's much more Ember Spirit favored. Or at least it's much more even than we thought.
Well,
this is just Topson beating him. Look at this. The level difference is 2 whole levels. Yeah. Partially because of the kill, of course, but...
Yeah, and there's no bear also, so he's been having to last it with just his Druid for the last 30 seconds or so. I mean, I honestly just think that Topson is kind of just outclassed Excalibur in this series so far. He dominated him last game. He's dominating him again this game. The guy's just a mechanical fiend.
I completely agree. Topson is a very scary player. He is able to win whatever matchup you give him. And this is surprising because Topson used to be the kind of player that didn't quite win the lane, but then would win the mid game regardless. So, surprise, Topson proving in every aspect, goes in, there's the Impale, they find the Lone Druid, Excalibur is gone, burned up here, they stop it Omnight, but Notail can just tank this, no problem, he still has 6 charges of Magic Stick anyway. Look at how Topson cleans up around him. Zuzuya is gonna die here as well. You're fighting against a double damage Ember, and you don't dispel him in time. Better comes in just to get stunned up by the Nyx. Hestejoy is playing here in this little crevice between the trees, but mid one is joined, making sure Hestejoy has nowhere to go but the graveyard. Ideally, Hestejoy, I mean, you're flying to the stop soon, and now you're stuck with the creeps. He wants to deny himself. He's not going to. Instead, just giving his kill to Topson. From behind, though, DNZ and Excalibur do get a kill onto Notail. And they do manage to make it up there a bit. However, Excalibur has no bear right now, so he's incredibly vulnerable. He evades the Impale, but look at that damage. A single hit and half of Topson's HP, or half of Excalibur's HP is gone. They even forced the rotation from Zidrax. And that's going to be rotation to get the kill on Saxa, because Saxa sacrificed himself there so the Ember could live. Good job.
Just another OG game where there's 8 heroes mid at 6 minutes in, fighting for that first catapult wave, and... well, the top lane did go extremely well for Singularity. I said it during the draft. They need to shut down Topson. That is the key to everything OG does. They killed mid one 3 times, sure, amazing. But the Enchantress actually doesn't matter in this lineup. It's completely irrelevant. It was their first pick hero. He's literally there just to soak a bad lane. And Topson is once again 5-0 at 7 minutes.
This is up against a Lone Druid who has farmed, I think at this point, more with his Lone Druid than Bear.
Yes.
Because he's just been killed constantly. And this is the issue that we're talking about Lone Druid, right? You can't do anything if they run at you. If you lose the Bear timing, you're screwed. And you still need a lot of time to really get online with whatever build you choose.
I do like the build that Zitrax is going for right now. He has the Manta and BKB queued up, recognizing that he has to fight as soon as possible.
Yep. This is a good game to do that. Saxa. Oh.
Big
What are they
stack.
planning on going for? Like Notail, the target. Heste has the lasso. Notail seems to be the easiest to kill, but not really worth here. They want to go for something bigger, like Topson. Good Impale, but Topson has still been rooted, has still been lassoed. He lasts a fair amount, but Root also does. Topson manages to make away thanks to the Spear with a nice sleight of fist. And that allows Topson to get away, not unscathed, but actually he's back to healing thanks to the Purifying Flames. He even counterattacks Zuzuya. Zuzuya tries to get away. There's one last side of fist, and he's gonna get it. There we go. Topson with the Heavenly Grace continues to go forward. They have another Impale, which catches the Bad Rider. The Bear's still hurting Topson, but it's not enough damage. Zibrax is forced to turn into a Topson as well. But a nice by Carpus stops the whole team right now. Hestejoy gets a spear to the face and gets killed. With Notail being the sacrificial line of this engagement, Topson might have bitten off a bit more than he could chew, and now will be punished for it. That aggression was a bit too much, but another great Impale by Saxa might set up the kill for DNZ. Nah, it was too cocky for mid one. Zidrax came in and cleaned up the house.
How many times?
That was really good for Zidrax.
How many times are we going to see Topson be in the middle of 4 heroes and get out with like 50 HP only to turn around and get some counter kills? Again, it was a good kill outcome for Singularity at the end of the day, but Sumail has just been absolutely free farming in the bottom lane. He took a tower, he's pressuring tier 2. He's getting pressured now, but look at his CS. Sumail.
Male CS. Yeah, no, he's dominating. I was looking at his net worth, and I mean, he's a bit below the Morphling, though. He has been free farming, but he is not as farmed as the Morphling thanks to team fight. I'm just playing Silver Lining Caster. I feel like I owe it to Singularity. His to Joy. Look at this. They just keep going. Like, this constant man fighting. While they also keep giving space to Samael, it's chaotic, but it seems chaotic, but it's not really. They have a really clear plan here.
It's an uncountered